Hi, guys, welcome to Real Issues Live with Crystal. This is where we have authentic conversations about issues that affect us as society. Join me as I have different guests coming in to share their take on various topics.
And Sevilla. Um, why am I not seeing this? One sec, guys.
Sure, no problem. Welcome, guys. For those who are just joining in, we're talking about traditional or versus non-traditional tendencies in relationship as it relates to finances and chores.
Hi, guys. So, good night, everybody. Thanks, Crystal, for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
I was just sending a bunch of requests to my people. So,
Thank you for those who are here. Thank you.
I see
We
a
do
lot of
this
you
every
joining in.
Tuesday. We
Thank
do
you,
this
guys.
every
Appreciate
Tuesday
it.
night. We do it for the people. All right, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So, I'm Ketoria Aransevia. To our community at large, everybody knows me as Sam.
Yes.
I'm the owner and CEO of Peyton's Place of Beauty and the founder of EduFocus.
Yes.
And it's a privilege to be here with you to share on another topic tonight on Real Issues Life with Crystal.
Yes.
And tonight we're looking at traditional and non-traditional tendencies in relationships.
Right.
Yes.
So you heard my take on it. I am not for the traditional type of, woman being at home, being the caretaker, and the men going out to work. I am not for that. I believe in both of us work, both of us share the chores and all of that. Now, can you just give me your take on that?
This is really a broad topic, but first of all, I'd like to initiate that it's not just about tendencies in the relationship, right?
Right.
Because we all need a good and healthy relationship.
Right.
And from my perspective, it's one that is going to be free of judgments. It's an understanding relationship, understanding our issues and
Right.
the things that we would have been confronted with.
Right.
And oftentimes, these are some of the topics that come up that we are being confronted with.
Right.
But one of the main things that we need to understand is that we need to treat others with respect and dignity as we work towards our goal, right?
Right.
And in doing this, we need to be able to analyze the therapeutic components of the relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll wonder what I'm talking about, but with these topics, these therapeutic components would have contributed to sustaining intimacy, sustaining healthy communication, chores as we spoke about, money and financial issues, how much we expose to our friends and families, and coping with societal influences, pressures, and judgments. So I just wanted to put that out there before we speak on how we look at chores and finances, because how I feel, what I share with you, your feedback can also initiate how I go home and deal with my issues as well.
Right.
So I just want to put that out there for starters.
Right.
All right. But these issues also is based on our individualities and the type of relationships that we have, right? So when you're working on a healthy relationship, we need to learn how to separate the healthy from what is going to be destructive. And with this, it has to be a collaboration on how to develop the rational part of sexual health, living conditions, and what will bring out the best in both parties.
Agree.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we should have asked the question, if we prefer traditional or non-traditional relationships, statistics have shown that the majority would have selected traditional, right? And this is where it is stated that the man would go out to work and the wife or the woman, the mother, is responsible for the household, children, and catering to the needs of the man, right? And in this case, we need to be mindful and we need to establish the desired habits, and we need to break the bad ones as well, right? So in all of this, we need to understand your tendency and my tendencies in a relationship. And when that is cultivated or initiated, then it makes life much easier, right? So for me, if I am living in a household where the chores are unequal, we all know that it can make one partner more resentful. It can make you feel less appreciated. It can make you feel overworked or even frustrated, right? And sometimes both partners are very busy people. But what we need to understand too is that chores don't have to be a burden. Chores can be fun. And if we do our chores together, it can be a creative way to spend time together. Right? So, for example, I am cooking. The man can help me to cook too. And if I provide a delicious meal, then he can probably wash the dishes after. So it depends on the relationship that you have with your partner, right? Because when a partner is unhappy with the allocation of chores, the stress level in your home is likely to increase. Wrong or am I right?
Absolutely correct.
Perfect. And I think this is one of the reasons that brought us here today, because if you should ask a woman what is their top source of stress, even in my workplace, I would have had clients coming in, and my space is a safe space where everybody come and express themselves. And 90% of the time, especially married people, they would have an issue where I just them alone I take care of everything in the household. The man feels like, oh, because me go out and make the money, everything else is on you. And with that, sometimes you have these females, they have 2-3 children. So just imagine the man come home from work, you've been working all day, you come home, you pick up the kids from daycare, you still have to ensure that homework is done, the dinner is prepared for the man. And then when night comes, still want fame pleasures. While you have only one duty, and it was to go out and work. So in all fairness, it is not my decision to make, but I want to encourage both partners, whether male or female, to just take a stance in encouraging each other and working with each other when it comes to chores. It's not a female thing and it's not a male thing. Some jobs in the house, some chores in the house are female dominated, or we would have said they're designed for females to do, right?
For example?
For example, I'm going to touch your corn, Crystal, washing clothes. Cooking. Some men don't feel like they need to wash the bathroom. That's one issue as well. So, and this is a case where we don't need to be judgmental about assigned chores, right? So, for me, if you don't have enough time to attend to all of these chores and it's going to impose a problem, if you can afford it, get a helper. Men, if you're working, get one helper. If you feel like you're working this hard to be the man of the house and to provide, and you still want to be engaged at nights, because one of the main things is that
night, and they want engaged at night, day, morning.
One of the main thing is that men have to be making appointment with their wives to get little loving and thing. But you have to understand that women are usually the ones who have more work to do, and oftentimes they're really tired. So if you want all the spider activities and you can afford to pay for a helper, pay for a helper. So that way she's less tired, so she can meet your needs. So,
But you know what I think though? I think sometimes maybe I'm stubborn, and that is why I said, you know what? Let me get a different perspective. Because even if me don't tired, me just feel like me not to do everything in there. So it's
as
like it's just about being fair. It's just about being fair. So all right. So as I said, I gave you the scenario. Both of us don't like to wash with our hands, you know. But yet still, I am doing all of these things and the other chores. And what you cock up on Netflix? So is it that I am so I have an issue with that? Both of us work. So it's not a case where it's the traditional household. So both of us work, and so I just don't believe that it is fair. Am I wrong?
as I said, it all goes back to the type of relationship that you are in and the level of understanding that you have. Relationship is a partnership,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And uh, it's an agreement and a disagreement, because with what you have said, Crystal, you're just trying to be stubborn. And
So everybody agree with that. I'm just trying to be stubborn. I just don't think that
you said that
it's
you
fair.
you you said that you wanted to be stubborn. But
Yes,
what is
because
really
is it really
fair?
stubborn? Really, is it stubborn, or is it just that? If I don't think that it's fair, I'm not going to do it. So I may have a little bit of energy, you know, but I just don't think that it is fair. For you cock up, no deal, you're not sick, and you're not assisting me in the house. Why?
They
Both
need
of
to
us work.
assist.
Yeah, both of us
There has
work.
to be, as I said before, it is a partnership between the two, and it is nobody's duty to delegate or to dictate what I should do in the household or what I should not do,
Right,
right?
right.
But if I wake up in the morning and I am washing, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, it's only natural that you can assist. It's only natural that the male can assist, because at some point I'm going to feel weary and me I go pass and kiss up my teeth, and me I go say, this big dirty boy just sit down and do nothing, and me alone have to get up and I do everything. So we need to understand as well that these things can cause rivalries in the household,
Yeah, and it
right?
affects the sex life, as you said,
It
you know.
does. It
When you
does.
finish at your tie and you also look on him
You
like,
don't
me
want
not
to
do
see
nothing
you.
for a morning, you know.
Where
So
you are
you
go?
want me run marathon? No, it's not going to work like that. But you know, you said something earlier. And for a healthy relationship, I think this is one of the things that, you know, our parents don't teach us, and people in society, they try to, society overall rushes relationships. And one of the thing is you must have a communication before.
Mm-hmm.
Communicate before, so you know that, listen, I don't like this, you know, this is what I like, you know, so you can know exactly what you are getting into from before.
And Crystal, me go on. I'm Let me tell you something. I'm going to stop you in your tracks
You're
right
going to
here, because
differ. Okay,
yeah,
hold
man.
on now. I'm talking from experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wherein, you know, you grew up in church, and you 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 don't you don't necessarily had persons to guide you in terms of what to what to expect when you get married, and
I'm
you
not
rush into
deterring
this
you
thing.
in a bad sense, you know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not stopping you in your tracks
Right. So so
in
basically
a
all
bad
I'm
sense.
saying is communication is key before rushing into, because then you live with, you would know what the person is about. You would know that, listen, this is a lazy man, you know. This man now go do, so when me get married, I now go change. This is a lazy woman. So when I'm married to her, it's not going to change. So all I'm
And
saying is
and though you
we
might see those
rush.
red flags, you know, though you might see those red flags, it's not always about rushing in, you know, because let me tell you something. If
Mhm.
somebody don't want you to know the true them, you can never know until a time comes when they're triggered. So you can deal with somebody for 10 years and he might comply with all that you have desired. And then one them just feel like him no want to do it anymore. It would have been good if you see the red flags from the initial stage, so you can better able to make a decision. So you know, say, all right, boy don't like clean, boy like leaving shoes I doorway and him not like take them up and them stuff there. Those are the things that you can readily analyze. But at the end of the day, you are not, I wouldn't want to hold anybody accountable to say, okay, it is your duty to find out what this person is capable of before you enter in a relationship. There's no such thing.
All right, so I agree and I disagree. So I agree with you that people can change and circumstances can make them change, right? And so I agree with that part. But definitely communication is key. Not necessarily wanting to know about what this person do and all of that, but just in terms of the mindset of the person. The more you communicate with them, you will know a mindset. Because my thing is the mindset, you know. My thing is the not doing. My thing is you can do it. You are in the position to do it, but you don't feel like you're to do it because you think that it is my duty.
So instructional architect just says, here's the reality. If the male comes from a background where it was the woman's duty to do the housework, he will come to your relationship with the same understanding.
Yes, definitely how you were brought up. It has something to do with it as well. Yeah, because if you're used to a mommy who does everything for you and caters to you, you're naturally going to, not everybody, but most times, you're going to expect that. But back to the point that I was trying to say earlier, I agree with Sam that you can change, people can change in terms of they start off this way and circumstances or whatever, or even, as you said, faking it until the truth them comes out. But in terms of their mindset, do they really change their mindset though?
Oh, possibly, because if I am about a certain lifestyle, if I am about, for example, me OCD, I would want to know that somebody is, I am not forcing anybody to be like me, right? However, I would have wanted somebody to at least try to meet me halfway. It's not about changing their mindset. We have to learn to adjust to each other's needs. And that's just it in a nutshell. Because when we're entering relationship, we need to understand that outside of the relationship, we're individuals. We possess our own characteristics, you know? So while I might want the house to be super clean, it is not your thing. And though I would have wanted you to comply with me, I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate right now. So please don't come at me.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Because
listen, we are here to learn and hear different mindsets. Because you know, I'm not all for I am always right. So go ahead.
And oftentimes we get so cemented in what we want to hear, right? And when you don't hear what you want the world to feel like, oh, I am right about, then we tend to deviate from what is actuality, what is reality. So here I am being the advocate. I cannot force you to change. I cannot force you to have the same mindset as I do. However, as a team, as a partnership, in order to where we would have wanted peace and harmony, I would want somebody to comply with me, but it is not my duty to change their mindset on how they feel about chores.
Right. And you know, for me, I don't think that should hinder someone from, you know, being in a relationship too. So yes, you need to understand that I may have a different perspective from you, but is that all though? Why do people break up because of these things? Is it?
That's definitely not
how
all.
big it is?
That's definitely not all. it is on the foundation that your relationship is being built. Because if you are gonna make one decision and say, "Oh, me really not need that somebody because X, Y, or Z," it means that what are the other ingredients that really makes the fundamentals of your relationship? So there are other
Right,
aspects
right,
as well. But me really I gonna leave my man because he's dirty. There or because he's nasty. There are other ways to
right,
deal with it. You can probably go to counseling. You can
right,
probably download apps that can, like
right.
we are revolutionized now, and we have lots of things that can teach us. So it is how far you as a person want to go to ensure that you have peace, love, harmony in your relationship. If you really want a relationship.
I agree with you. So it depends on, what do you prioritize really? Is it that it annoys you so much you cannot live with the person? You guys cannot find other ways to go around it? Somebody said something, I think it's Taz. Taz, what are you trying to say? But all of these are things we have to do whether he or she was brought up. So I guess basically what he's trying to say is, are you trying to say whether or not you have someone, you still have to do these things? And that is my take too. So I'm single now. I have to do every single thing for myself. The finances, the everything, right? You as a man, you're independent, you're single, you do those stuff for yourself, or you get somebody pay somebody to do it. So when you guys come together, why are you making it an issue? Wouldn't you have been doing it for yourself anyways
Sure thing. Because if
before?
you were living alone, then
Right,
and then you can't compare living alone as it being together, because there are two different scenarios. There are different expectations as to when you're single and when you have somebody. Bear in mind, I'm not telling you that this is an obligation,
right,
right? That's not what I'm saying. It's not an obligation, but we have to come to some mutual grounds to say, okay, I can do this and you can do that. There is no judgmental decision to say, or any prioritized decision to say, all right, every day you have to wash the bathroom or I have to wash your clothes.
right,
Where do we meet? Where's the mutual ground that we meet on? And when we speak about tradition, right?
right,
When we
right.
speak about tradition, we are the ones who inculcate that these are the things that need to be done. The only reason why we have a problem now is because women have more on their hands to do.
Right.
You understand? So the fact that you become so tired, right? It forces you to want to be stubborn and those type of stuff. Because normally in a traditional relationship, the man would go out and work and ensure that he sustains the family. In today's age, that is not a priority. That is not the case. Most women are working even twice as hard as the husbands that they have in their homes. And
That is
this is
true.
where the conflict comes in, because okay, me have to go work and do all kind of same thing, and then when me come in, this man you want me to clean and turn on, give him sex quantify, me not do it. And then
Right,
you become stubborn. But
right,
at the
right.
end of the day, where do we compromise to ensure that we have a healthy relationship? What do you consider a healthy relationship? What do you want out of your relationship? You understand? Are you are you mentally stable enough to say, okay, I love my husband so much, so I am going to wash, cook, and clean?
Hmm.
It depends on how you prioritize, or how you see
And it
your love
depends
for
on
your
your
partner
duties
too.
too. It depends on your duties. Me,
It
know,
depends
school
on
give
your
holiday.
duties.
Right, school give holiday. Let's say I'm dating and I am visiting my partner or whoever at his house, and I know that he's going out to work for the entire day. And I'm there, will they cup up my foot? No. I'll ensure that when he comes home, he gets a hot meal and whatever needs to be done, I'll do that. But for me, I don't want it to be as if I was obligated to do it. I'm going to naturally want to do it, and I'm going to naturally want to cater to him. But is it an
Facts.
obligation? So the
It
the
is not
issue
an
that we
obligation.
right. So I think from the initial stage of the conversation, what my friend said is that she will not allow our good up man to wash, to sit down over no clothes and wash. And that is where I took the issue, because we are say, well, and then, so if you want him never together, he was by himself, he would have to wash his clothes or he would get somebody. So that was the issue. The fact that she's saying she will not allow him to do it because she thinks that it is her duty. So
It's
that's
not
where I
your
get the
duty
issue.
because, all right, Sweetie Cake says you wash, you clean, you go to work, you do everything. By the time it get to the sex part, she falls short. So I am saying there are means and ways. Whatever we do, there are consequences, whether it's in a good way or in a bad way, right?
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
there are ways to do it. So I'm saying if you feel like you as a man can't do it, and me as the woman feel like I am pressured, I am a helper.
Right. Some men do that because them prioritize, as Taz just said, that it depends on what you prioritize. So some men prioritize sex. So them don't want the woman to tired because they want to
Exactly.
run marathon. So
Mm-hmm.
they will go out and get the person to come in and do the things that just to help the woman in the house. But as I said, my take is that both of us do. I don't have the personality of sitting down. You do have some women out there that will not work because they don't have to, because their partner provide everything for them.
Right.
My thing is that, am I ever school give holiday and I feel like I'm going to mad? I start posting, I start thinking about what else I can do. And can I ever relax? Like I don't know. But that is just me. I can't just sit down like that. If I say, all right, honey, I am going to help you in your business, then I'm going to help you to push your business and stuff like that. But I don't know. I do not have what it takes to just be a housewife.
Well, it
Um,
depends on your circumstance as a person. It depends on your household circumstances.
right.
Because let's just say in a case where I am a housewife, my husband goes out to work, I am home with the children. If I am the man and me go work and come home, and when me come home the house dirty, the children them dirty, no food, no cook, clothes dirty, me gone.
I agree with you.
Cause you
Definitely.
not do nothing. What you have to
I
bring to the
agree.
table, me I go work and do everything. And imagine I am coming home to dirty clothes, dirty house, dirty children, and no food. Me going about my business. So then again,
I
it
agree
goes
with you.
back to saying what
It
are the
depends on your
circumstances in the
situation.
household. It
It
depends
depends
on
on
the
the situation.
circumstances in your household.
So
So
how do from you, Sam, being such an independent lady, how do you think you could manage it in a situation like that? Have you ever thought about being a housewife?
I thought about being a housewife, but it depends on what you consider a housewife because you
Him
can
doing
be a
everything
you can
financial
be a
wise.
housewife, you wash, cook, and clean, but you are still able to do what you love. You have some people who don't get that opportunity because they have a controlling husband where they all them obliged to do is wash, cook, and clean. So when it comes on to your mental state, how you free yourself, how you power down and power up, you don't get the opportunity to do that. So if me as a housewife and all I am entitled to do or all I have to do is to wash, cook, and clean, then at some point it's going to become a boredom for you. But if
Right.
you can still able to do you on a minimal where you can find more time for your family, then me feel like it can work. And then if you give me
Yeah,
enough
but
money
the
where me
not
can go shopping and still write my book and me have my business around where me not have to eat it every day, but me gotta go collect my money and do my little training and whatever, and me not have to be embedded into the business 110%. Me can put 20% out there to everything else and dedicate the next 80% to wash, cook, and clean and take care of my household.
but the fact that you're not are you did you just mention contribute? The fact that you see the part what gets to me is the part that I cannot control to assist you with the finances. It's not in me. And I don't know if it was how I was brought up, but I'm naturally a nurturer. I'm naturally the one to know, come up with ideas, do this, do that. So to be in a position where I'm not able to assist with the finances, me probably go, I don't think I could work with that.
Again, it depends on the circumstance because if you are comfortable with doing the chores at home and your husband you want to stipend a $1 million every month and you can't see yourself and you don't feel like you need to stress yourself, the majority is going to say, sign me up.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't be one of those. But anyways, any final words before you tell us about EduFocus and Peyton? I want a man to come on and join the conversation, please. I see you guys here typing, but I need you to come on. But definitely good stuff. Definitely things that we can look into. I guess, as you said, it depends on the circumstances. Though, what if it's a case where something should happen and I can't work? How is that going to go? You know, we're gonna have to learn to adjust.
That's a whole new topic, because we speak about chores, but when you speak about finance, that is one of the main ingredients in a relationship as well. Because though two people might come together because of love, one of the things that often breaks people and breaks relationship are not chores, are money.
I agree.
Oftentimes it's finances. So what we need to start normalize as well is that during your dating process, you try to put as much as you can on the table. You understand? So when you start to invest, it doesn't come as a burden like, oh, me have to take contact because, yo, me never know say Crystal, we have so much bills. Jesus Christ. And if a female woman and me love her, me go and help her out of it. So when it comes to finances,
it boils down to pacing yourself and not rushing into stuff again.
As I said, we need to start normalizing. If you are in a healthy relationship, try to kind of step away from the whole heap of secrets, because sometimes we are said, me and my issues on a film business, we know about it. But it is not a me ship, I know one boat, I know one canoe. It's a relationship, which means if me have a problem, it is your duty to try and help me to solve it, and vice versa. Because it is not a man's duty to take care of a woman financially. However, if we are in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is your duty as a man to take care of your woman. I don't know if that makes sense to you. You're not obligated as a man to take care of a woman. However, if we're in a relationship, not a boat, not a canoe, we not ride on a scooter bike, we're in a relationship, it is your duty to take care of me. However, I implore you ladies.
I feel duty to take care of me. See, Kingpin said he must go start the financial report there. But listen, Sam, why is it his duty to take care of me?
What you mean?
It's his duty to take care of me.
So it is not your duty to take care of me, but am my duty to wash, cook, and clean?
That is why I'm saying it is both ways. The people, a female duty to take care of me.
Personally, I am not going to live in a house and I split no bills with you. I not split no bills 50-50. And I not pay no mortgage.
So it's his duty to do it.
If it is a bills case, tell me say I'm responsible for this or whatever. Me not split no bills with you 50-50.
Yes, but it depends on how much you make. What if the woman make more than the man?
If the woman and I was just
higher bill.
And I was just going to you just first me. You just first me, because the first thing I mentioned earlier is that we need to try to normalize not keeping secrets about your debts from your partner. That way we know how to deal with it, right? Whether male or female. And then I was going to say we also need to normalize where men stop feeling insecure that the female partners are making more money than them. Because oftentimes when a woman is making more money than the man, insecurity chip in, and one whole heap of unnecessary problems start happen. If I am making more money than the man, of course me I go take care of the duties. Of course I will. And when I said it is your responsibility to take care of me, me as a girl like this, if I go down the road and I see one shirt will look like my man, me nah left it.
Right.
You understand? So though I say it is your duty to take care of me, I gotta take care of you too. So if you fall short tomorrow morning, I want to be in a position, not everybody in a position, but I would like to be in a position where if you fall short, I can be there to back you up because you're always taking care of the monetary duties. So I would want to say put yourself in a position where if you need your help, you can assist. But for me, if we in a one relationship and you have your money and whatever, I feel duty to take care of me. I'm sorry.
And I would say it is our duty to take care of each other. So you would say it's
I
your
agree.
duty to take care of me, but I would say it is our duty to take
And
care
that's
of
why I
each
said to
other.
you, if I go down the road and see something that looks like my husband and I can afford it, I am not leaving it. Because what we need to understand too, Crystal, is that every day we get up and say, oh, man, if you take care of man, if you take care of it. And we believe that we need to take care of the man. And that's why we get so much bun under our backside. Because
Right.
though you want to feel like a queen, a man wants to feel like a king too. So
Right.
when all the pressure is on him to take care of you, who take care of him? And that's why I find these little corner girl them. Because say, boy, you know, say my wife, they are me yard, and my wife now do this. Or my wife now do that. And then goody find other things. But if you come and make care of get head here or something, and because of that, the girl now do not. But you look head rub down one get make you feel like a king.
All right, so hold on there. Island Dream Tour said ladies should save and the man spend, and if he falls short, you have his back. So you mentioned something like that, and then so at first you were saying that is the man, and then you switch your mouth and say both of us should take care of each other.
No.
Which one is it?
And
Which
that's
one
why
is it?
that's why I deliberated, Crystal. That's why I made my deliberation. It is his duty to take care of me. However, he need to take care of too.
So it is his duty to well, at that part that may have an issue. My son, let's say me have a son, and my because you nowadays we have to be talk about reality now. What these young men are doing now, because they think that it is their duty, they're having their mindset at their duty. What they go out and they do, they buy what the money can buy, them go thief, them go rob, them go do all kind of things because they're thinking it is their duty. No, I'm not. If I should have a son, I'm not going to grow my son like that. You can assist if you want to. And you can assist if you want to, but it is not your duty. When you guys are together now and you live together, then you guys can work out your household, how you want to do it. But why should I pressure him to say it is going to be your duty to take care of the woman?
But Crystal, what do you consider taking care of somebody? How do you put into perspective? I'm me to take care of you and you take care of me. Let's elaborate on that.
Okay, so it goes back to who earns more. So let's say I am in a relationship. We're here. I earn more than the man. I will do the bulk of the bills. I don't have a problem with that because I'm earning more, and he does what he can do. That don't mean say he's not. And then when it comes on to the chores, is the same thing. Or whoever is home first, however we're going to do it. So that is how I look at it. No, I'm not telling anybody
finance
that
is
they
different
need to have
from chores. You have to look on finances different from how you look on chores.
I look at it the same way, and I don't think that it's a case where everyone else has to be the same thing. It depends on your circumstances.
Facts.
Right. So you may have somebody, the men are they're taking care of, they're earning more. So, it is only fair for them to do more. That and them say, you just do the supermarket, then that's fine. But I don't think it's a case where they are obligated. So even if they're not earning more, them are go beg feet.
No. But why would you want to put your partner in that predicament, Crystal? If him earn less, you go send him go thief, he can't take care of you. That's not what I'm saying.
No, some women do that.
No. That is totally wrong. That is
they say anyway you have to find it.
No, and that's how it works. Then another relationship that you are selfish. That's no relationship. Because when I talk about you have to take care of me, means all right, if you're gonna pay bills, I'm gonna pay mortgage, or you're gonna pay the mortgage or whatever. But at the same time, I am going to attend to you. if I your birthday, I'm gonna ensure so you get something. Probably keep on nice dinner and them look at something. So it's how you think about taking care of the person.
So right now I'm going back to you by saying both of us should take care of each other rather
I
than
agree with
you.
that. We're on
Okay,
neutral grounds. I totally
okay,
agree.
okay. Because I hear some people in the comments were saying, yes, the man will take care of me and then me save up that money and then I can assist if I want to. No,
That is not
that's
always the
some
case either, I know.
some households are like that,
But
and
some
then that's
households
fine.
are like that. So it all goes
Right,
back to how much you reciprocate each other.
right, right. So we're on the level ground as it relates to both of us taking care of each other and the finances. But when it comes down to the chores, you don't agree with me that it has to be equal as well, and that's fine.
No.
Okay.
There is no equality in chores. It's just that we need to disperse ourselves so that one person don't become tired or miserable or bitter, so that way we can encourage more peace and more, loving activities. Because if me burden with chores, me not have no time for you and you still want time from me. So
Okay.
they're two different grounds for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, I'm happy. You came to share your perspective. I definitely learned a lot. As I said, I am learning. My take is that I believe we should share
Send
both
the request,
finances
Beauty and the
and
bar. She said we need to add her. So
how
send your.
how we do this? Or do we add both? I don't know how to add two persons. Somebody who know if I add two persons, tell me how that go.
Hold on, let me see
Um,
if we can. I think you would have to do it because you're the host.
I want a male too. After beauty, I would want a
Beauty
male.
and the bar.
After beauty and the bar, I want a male. Beauty and the bar. Before you do though, Sam, can you just tell us a little bit about the business? And
Which
before you
one of
start,
the business?
what both of them. But before you do that, Taz want me to add him. Yes, I soon add you. Before you do that though, is there any other thing you would like to say? So we level as it relates to. Oh no, we both of us manage the finances, we take care of each other. But you're saying in terms of the chores, you disagree where I'm saying
There
we
is
can
no
do it both ways.
obligation. There is no obligation. And for most women, they want to see their man go out looking sharp. So most women want wash and iron and thing. And as me say, if it is not your thing, just get a helper.
Okay.
Take your money and get a helper.
Okay.
But chores is not for one person to say, okay, you are obligated to do that, or I am obligated to do this. Because as we say, chores can be a good way of interacting with each other, a creative way of spending more time together. So doing chores don't always have to be on the negative side.
Okay. I agree. I agree. And somebody said in the comment earlier, what if it's a case? So okay, he will wash and you go out and cut the lawn. Obviously, it was being sarcastic, but I would cut the lawn. But what if you're better at it? What if you're better at cutting the lawn because God gives man more strength than woman naturally, no
Yes,
matter how
so
big
so
the
what we
woman is.
can do is analyze our weaknesses and our strengths,
Right.
and if you are better at it, then why not do it? If I
Exactly.
am better at it,
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
Exactly.
And this depends on culture. I'm in Canada right now, and I see woman out there push lawn more this morning a cut her lawn.
Right. So
So
it's all about your strength. What if the man can cook better than you, and the man want to take on the cooking most
fine.
of the times? What he's a chef and he can go. So I don't see
But when
where
you
it's
cook,
a
you can go in a
negative.
kitchen, go wash up your plate. Then when you done cook and when you
Of
done.
course, I agree with you. I agree with you. So I have an open mind as it relates to finances and chores, because I think it's a partnership, and it's about what you can manage in your household.
It's what
All
you
right. So
can manage.
Taz want to join, but before he joins though, just tell us about Peyton. Guys, look at my lashes. Most of them kind of fall out now because it's 2 weeks. Can you imagine? 2 weeks.
Those are clusters, no? I wasn't
Yes.
there when those were done, but I
But it
think we're.
doesn't matter. It doesn't. You don't have to be there.
I don't have to be
For your
there, and that
business
is
place
so
too.
good. So, guys, for those of you who are still supporting Peyton's Place of Beauty while I am off the island, I really appreciate that you could actually um
Get the same service whether or
still
not you are
support,
there.
and
Mm-hmm.
still some people send in their 2 cents on how the services are, and that the place is still running smoothly, though I am not there. So just want to take the time out to
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
up my team who is there working, and thanks to the people who felt like I made a good decision to leave them in good hands until I return. Soon come back.
Yeah. Definitely. We miss you, but it's like we don't really miss you because the service up same way. Right. So,
I miss you too, guys, but for it's not really a vacation. I've been a little ill. I don't know, some of my people I'm loving, I'm have to make them know what going, So I have been ill, and the business was really taking a toll on me. So I just kind of take a step back to get some medical attention. Right now, I'm actually in a well heap of pain, but I can't put on no sad face phone. I have to make sure say smile and them thing there. So now I'm doing a bunch of therapy and stuff to ensure that I am back on track so I can serve you to the best of my ability. So hopefully when I return, well, I have a lot of people in training as we speak, so that when I return, I don't have to do everything 110%. I can still be there though to ensure that the end results are what we have been looking for over the years, what we've keeping up the standard with over the years. The business is growing. We're doing our internal adjustments to ensure that after the summer we come back bigger and better. We're planning to do a bigger space where we have more intimate partitions where we can facilitate more people, because whole heap of times we're overloaded and there is a lot of people who still want to join the Peyton's Place of Beauty family, but we're so flustered at times that we can't even find like a time for you. We have to say, oh, you have to be making your appointments a week before, days before. Some people really don't have the capacity to do that. So we're creating a bigger space with more workers. So if you feel like book your appointment a day before, we can still facilitate you, because we are upgrading the premium lifestyle and we don't want you to be out of the mix. So we are creating a bigger and better grounds where we can accommodate more people to serve you bigger and better, right? So yes, that's what
Yeah,
we're on to.
listen, I'm just looking at you and I'm saying, this lady, if you, we wouldn't know that you're in an ounce of pain, if you didn't say it. You're so strong. And I think that's why we mesh so much, because we don't let our problems get a hold of us, or how we present ourselves. And I like that about you. Keep on
Leaders are
pushing.
not weak. And though we might need a shoulder to lean on at times, because as I said, we always have to check on the strong ones too, because we get weak at times. We have to go in at the corner and ball sometimes. We have to sit down long upon our knees and pray till we need them rub out and them things there. But at the same time, as leaders, it is our duty to power down, take a step back, regroup, and come back. We can't pour from an empty cup. Nobody can pour from an empty cup, and I have not taken a vacation in over 4 years. So this is just me responding to my body speaking to me, because if I never got ill, then I still wouldn't have taken a minute. So this is just listening to my body speak, so that I can come with my cup full and ready to pour into you, your personal lives and your beauty and cosmetic lives on a whole.
I'm listening to you and I'm like, this lady really feels says one night alone she going come on. This is a whole nother topic, No, this is a whole nother topic. And with self-care, listen, you have to put on the oxygen mask on yourself first
Before you do it for
can go
anybody
and
else.
run to others. And let me have you done for that one next part, because this is powerful. But just give them a little synopsis of what Peyton offer, and then go into edufocus, so I can add Taz, because I really want to hear a male's perspective.
Yes, I really want to hear Taz too. All right, so Peyton's Place of Beauty is smacked right in the middle of Catherine Hall, shop number 22, Catherine Hall Plaza, on the second floor. We cater to over 10 beauty and cosmetic needs. We go from makeup, fusion lashes, we do microblading of eyebrows, we do facials, we do different types of facial as well. We have micro needling, we have oxygenated facials, we have microdermabrasions, different types of facial that would cater to your personal needs, so yes, we have that. We do ultrasonic cavitation, which is a body sculpting procedure where that is followed by a little bit of diet and a little bit of exercise, but we will kind of boost the melting of the fat to give it a nice look of summer body there. So yes, we have ultrasonic cavitation. We do different types of massages. We have vacuum cupping therapy massages. We do lymphatic drainage for the people them where can't bother with the exercise and the dieting, and them feel like invasive surgery is the way to go. If you do your surgery and you need those lymphatic drainage, we do that as well. Wow. We do hot stone massages. We do deep tissue massages, all the other little regular massages. And now we're coming with hot saunas. So if you can't bother with the whole heap run up and down in the gym, we have saunas now that is coming soon in the new and improved place that will help to alleviate or to just to give you the opportunity to spend less time in the gym, and so you can dedicate more of your time to other stuff that you would have wanted to pioneer into. We do body waxing. We do laser treatments, from laser hair removal to wart removals and those type of stuff. So laser treatments on a whole. We do body waxing, and we're now coming with body scrubs as well, where we are putting in our showers, so you can come in and after you do your massage, you can get a cold shower or a warm shower. Wow. We also do hair care. We're not stylists. We don't really take on the wigs and those type of stuff. What we do hair rejuvenation. We take care of tension alopecia or stress alopecia, any type of alopecia that you might have. So we do what we call high frequency treatments. We are looking into hair grafting. Hope we can do that very soon. We do Brazilian keratin treatments as well. So it's mostly treatment just to enhance, because right now we realize that a lot of people are actually going back to their natural roots. People are going back to wearing their natural hair. The skin is more exposed because your natural skin, because too much makeup now wear now because of the whole heap of mask wearing. So now we are heightening taking care of the natural part of you. So when you take off the wig and you take off the makeup, you are still beautiful. The man them not have to run from we, because we still nice. Alright? Yes.
Face pretty, me no need no filter.
Alright. So we're coming
here. Finish?
So it's basically from head to toe. We also have we are doing new and improved feet treatments. So our pedicures are not just going to be regular pedicures. We're doing natural herb detox, like Chinese herb detox, that can alleviate stress. It can target menstrual cramps, for basic relaxation. So we're upgrading our chairs as we speak. Well, probably about 50% of our chairs massages the body as we speak. So we're upgrading to try to see if we can bring it to at least 90%. So while you get your services, your body can still be attended to regardless of what service you are doing. Peyton's Place is not a beauty and cosmetics spa or salon. Peyton's Place of Beauty is an experience from entry till you go back through the door. And we are working to make that even bigger and better. I wouldn't want to say that we're raising the bar. Now try to be conceited, but if we not toot with one hand, we're going to toot it for we. And me first have to toot with hand. So we not try to raise the bar, we are try to be the bar. All right?
Clap for yourself. You have to clap for yourself. No matter
so,
who is, because they're watching, but they're not clapping.
Oh, yes. And that's not my business any at all. Because at the end of the day, this is something that I love. I never start this business to make money. The sole intention was not to make money. However, I get paid for being good at it. And the fact that the crowd at large can acknowledge that we are offering something good to our community. As I said, it's not just a spa. It's a therapeutic, safe space for whoever wants to join our family. And we want to ensure that this safe space is maintained so that you are free to say you can recommend somebody to come into this safe space. So, yes, we have worked on our membership with the plug, where you can come in and earn your points and feel like, you're the top of the top, where you can get your platinum cards and your gold cards, where you can redeem your points. And these points can also give you free services in the long run, based on how you decide to redeem your points. So we're trying to do as much as we can to ensure that this safe space it gives you a premium experience, right?
Premium lifestyle.
What we have as well.
What's the plug something again? I don't want Taz to go in. That's why you see me.
Taz not going nowhere, man. Cause Taz don't want me leave either. So Taz not going nowhere.
Okay.
Also, what we have been doing is to give our customers a feel of letting them know that what you have been doing, your support, we appreciate it over the years. Because I can tell you that 90% of my clients, some of them they're on the live right now, we have them for over 15 years.
Wow.
And for a cosmetic industry, if you hold on them clients for 15 and 20 years, me not ask you if we not do something good. You understand? So what we are doing right now is to create personalized utensil bags for our clients.
Wow.
So they can feel like they're different. So everything that you would come to the spa and use, from comb to scissors to nipper to tweezer to everything that you would come to use is packed in a nice little luxury bag with your names on it. Nobody else gets to use that. So once you make your appointment and you enter the establishment, your utensil bag is pulled, and we.
So those are disposables?
Some of them are disposable, but we upgrade them with time. We change them with time depending on, So we have a commercial autoclave system where all our utensils are sterilized and properly stored in a closed cabinet. So nobody else gets to use your equipment, just you. We're trying to get this on a broader spectrum where people who are not long-term occupants of Peyton's Place of Beauty still get to feel that intimacy when they come there, right?
That's what I was going to ask you. If you do the personalized for just a one-off thing. Or
no.
If it's after a while, if it's after you have been coming back, that is when you
have to be coming back, because why would we generate a bag for you if you're not coming back?
Right.
So once
you
are coming back, then you would have earned that privilege.
Okay.
Right? I also want to point out too that once you step through the door, whether you're doing a service, yes or no, you are being greeted with a complimentary service. It can be we do wine, tea, coffee, water. We have free Wi-Fi, so you can sit down and browse if you don't feel like you want to talk to nobody. You can browse the internet and just be at peace. We have a charging station where you can charge your phone. So you're not fear worry, say, boy, I may have surf all day. I may have 3 hours of pay in this place of beauty and my battery I got dead. I may have to go pay $100 to charge my phone. No. We have a charging station where you can sit there, sip your wine, and charge your phone. We also do teasers, warm neck rugs, cold neck rugs, depending on the type of temperature that we're having. Sometimes we do little shoulder massages as teasers for you to know, say, listen, when your body want to relax, we have nicer, better massages for you. All right? So,
I
and
can
you don't,
attest to that.
yeah, man. So you don't have to be doing a service. If you come with your friend, even though we don't entertain entourage, if you and your friend come, even though your friend now do not, your friend still can get a glass of wine, your friend still can get a bottle of water, and know that they are welcome. Because sometimes it's not about who is coming today, but we think about the longevity of our business, as that is our generational wealth. The longevity, how people see us in the future, and how many people would have wanted to get the opportunity for an appointment at Peyton's Place of Beauty.
Wow. Definitely. As I said, I can attest to everything. I've done about 4 services with you and all top class. What I really, really loved was, you know, I love all of them, all 100%. But what I would do every week if I had the money was the pedicure. You're a pedicure and it's so reasonable, you know? So you're going on with yourself, and you know, it feels as if I'm at a hotel, to be honest with you, when I'm there. And I think that's the aim. So, you know, I cannot wait for, I didn't think that, you know, you could improve more or upgrade. I don't know. I can't wait for the upgrade. But what you're doing, trust me, it's definitely top class, and
Appreciate
I
it.
must commend you on that. Talk about the EduFocus quickly so I can
Real quick. All right. So EduFocus is educating each other as we focus on life's challenges. And this came about with the fact that I have so many clients who come and they would have heart-to-heart conversations on their personal issues, those type of stuff. And I felt compelled that I needed to
beauty shopping.
create a forum where I could actually at least try to make people's lives easier. So what I started doing from Peyton's Place of Beauty is to create a database. So once you enter, we would have done a customer or a client form where you would tell us your date of birth, your name, where you live, where you work, those type of stuff. And for your date of birth, we usually send our monthly birthday greetings. And depends on how we pack it go. We probably do something very special, you know. And of course, everybody is not going to get the same treatment initially, but it gets better with time. So we acknowledge birthdays every single month, and that is why we collect that data when you come in and fill those customer forms. On that same form, it will tell what you do. And with that, I'm sorry. If somebody comes in and need a teacher, I would check my database and say, all right, me have 3 teachers here. So me have Tamika, me have Shanti, and me have Crystal, right? Shanti is good with math. Crystal is good with English. And then I would be able to provide somebody else with a tutor from our database. From plumber, lawyer, doctor, teacher, thief, everybody go down. We have everybody on the database. And we network so we can provide jobs for the people in and around our community.
Wow.
And so with EduFocus, what we had intended to do is to use this forum to make people's lives easier. Because I remember one time somebody come and say they want buy one house and it is so tedious because them go NHT and them say, oh, you need this, you need that, you need that. And then tell them 10 different times. So what I would do, I would find my client that works at NHT and I'd say, you know, Crystal wants to buy a house, right? I want you to walk Crystal through the process without creating any anabalu fear, right? So instead of you take 10 years to get your house, you would have get it in 6 months. So this is what EduFocus was initially intended to do, to create opportunities to make life less stringent for other people. Somewhere along the line, me end up in a donations.
Woo, it happens. It happens to us. Yeah.
And it is a good feeling. I have been given the privilege to work with a lot of homes, a lot of people who are in need. And so EduFocus has contributed from school materials to feeding the elderly to teenage homes. Now we are actually focusing on West Haven School for Disabilities. They house 100 disabled kids. They have 62 members of staff, and so over the past 4 months, we have been sustaining them with food, toiletries, and that type of stuff. One of our main intention at this point is to put a remote gate on them, a remote system on their gates, and some other remote system for their main offices and that type of stuff. And as we are here, I just want to say special thanks to Mrs. Lee, who heard our cry and applied to Grace for some food items. And I must tell you, since I am in Canada, I got a call that, oh, we have these receipt numbers. Just go to the main office in Freeport and you can collect some goods. So right now, it will my living room full up of over 12 boxes of goods that I'll be delivering as soon as I come home. So EduFocus is doing a lot of things. I might not be out there because, as we tell them, I have one little thing where I like the people things and the world know about it. But how the charity foundation works is that people tend to want to pull in more, do a little bit more, help you a little bit more when they see what you're actually doing. Right? So we're still here. We're still doing what we have to do, doing our little part, shedding light on hope.
Wow. Very inspiring. Because yes, we live and we work and we save and we put away. But are we touching lives? Yeah. And that's what you're doing. Some people main purpose in is to just ensure that their family is okay and all of that. But if we should really look into ourselves, you know, we have to give a helping hand here and there. And I definitely appreciate EduFocus. Please, I'm asking you to type the page here so I can ask those who are on here to follow EduFocus. You can donate to EduFocus. You don't, as she said, you know, it could be anonymous because, you know, some persons don't like the whole showing up thing, or, you know, you could know.
We have banking information and we also have a PayPal account as well. And if you want your friends something to drop off, because we don't want to anybody to feel like they're obligated to give monetary contributions. There's so much more, and depending on the project that we have, we always have people who out there who need things. So if you have things that are in good condition, reading materials, school materials, if you have no phone or tablet we are not use, being that online tutoring is becoming more prevalent, you can do any form of donation. So it doesn't have to be monetary contributions, though it is easier to do that because we're able to fulfill our needs more when we have money to do what we want to do, but it is not an obligation, right? So what we do, we have a barcode that is on EduFocus. You can go on there, you can scan, and you can make your donations through our PenPal accounts. And if you want to make a bank transfer, you can just send us a DM. Our emails are there. You can email us as well, and we will support you with the necessary information.
Wow. Thank you so much. You know, you guys are here yeah, I appreciate you taking the time out to come on Real Issues Live with Crystal. I do this every Tuesday. Not yes. A part of it is for me to learn as well because I'm learning. But the main thing is to pour into the people. You know, as I said, I'm going to be this year or this season, I'm going to be touching a lot on mental health. Um, I recently lost someone, and I'm going to be touching on that too, and why mental health is very important.
Sorry about your loss.
So yes, thank you. I'm dealing with it. The good thing with me is that my entire childhood has not been easy. Like, you know, so I've been, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I do have some form of abandonment issue. And so I go through stuff, and I'm stronger in terms of each thing that life throws at me, I'm able to manage because I've always been going through it. I know that one day it will stop. So I'm not saying that this is going to be a story of my life forever, but I'm just saying, been there, done that, because me know Ofi Wolut. All right. So on that note, I just want to tell you thank you for taking the time out to come on. Please, I'm asking you guys, do not leave. Sam's followers, don't leave. I'm gonna hear from Taz. We went into a lot of stuff. Honestly, we strayed from the point, but initially we came here to talk about traditional slash non-traditional tendency in relationship, mainly finances and chores.
Sure.
So my take on it is that we share both. Sam's take on it, finances can be shared, but chores, most of the chores are for the woman, right, Sam? I don't want to deviate from what. So everybody have their own opinion. Some men will say, I don't want my woman to work. And I'll still get a helper because, you know, when I come home, I want her if can have the energy for and go on it up and everything. So it depends on your relationship. As my
And
friend
your
in the video
household
before,
circumstances.
right, my friend in the video before say, fear good up, man, not going wash and whatever. Who am I to tell her that she's wrong? You know? So it all depends on our circumstances.
And
All
how
right,
we
let me see.
internalize these things are just a part of our own identity and how we feel about our
And
own
how
personal
we
values.
value them. Right. So you know how we put them as priority. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can join him
Taz,
while
send a request so she can add you.
it did send the request, you know, but I don't know if I can do it while you are here.
You can
So
add up to 4 people.
me no know if you do that something there. But guys, follow EduFocus. As I said, donate if you can. Wait, it is definitely something good here. You know, if you should really, I don't, well, no, I don't want to call down dead for nobody, but I'm just saying, if we should really live a life of fulfillment, we have to put some kind of charity in it, you know, in your own way. It don't have to be EduFocus. It could be Crystal Care Foundation. It could be a neighbor over there.
Good one.
It could
Good
be a
one.
neighbor over there. It could be anywhere, you know. Just have that sort of giving heart.
Vow
All right.
Wellness is a good entity that is going on right now. They're doing a lot as well. Mostly
Which
on
one?
VOW, value or wellness.
Okay, I'm going to check it out.
They're
Okay.
doing very well as well. So you can go over and give them support as well because they always say we're stronger together.
Definitely. Definitely. I don't see Taz, send it back now, please, and thanks. Send it
Come
back.
Taz, we
Send back.
want to hear from you.
Guys, thank you for staying with me. Yeah. It's not one of those nights when we're all boogie yaga, doogie yaga. I was supposed to get Twins of Twins 2 Locks to come on, but he has other engagement. So he said maybe he'll do a part 2 for next week. So let's see. I wanted to talk about relationships next week and why is it that people believe that it is a sin to be single. You know, it is like you must be in a relationship to be whole. I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about separation. I did have somebody reaching out to me to say to me, they think that I'm handling the separation, because I'm very open about it, and they just can't handle, and it has been, 2 years, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell you that time heals, but it does get better. For example, today is August 3rd, and today would have been my 8 years anniversary. Last year this time, I didn't know how to handle this, handle the day. Like, I was like, I call up my friend, we need to go have a drink. I don't want to think about this day. And now I'm here on Relicious Life with Crystal. So I know that it is August 3rd. I didn't have to mention it, but so what? Sometimes when we mention things, people think as if, oh, she's not over him or he is not over her because we mention stuff. I don't have a problem with mentioning it. I know my truth. So definitely I want to talk about relationships as it relates to how to deal with a separation, so I can assist people. I don't think that I am perfect. I still have my ways, I still have my down times, but
But
at
your
least
little contribution can actually save a life.
definitely. All right, Sam. Taz said you cannot get on, so I'm going to ask you to exit, and then I'm going to ask him to jump on.
No
Thank you.
problem. Have a
Thank you,
good
Mama.
one, guys,
Bye.
and thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. Definitely, you're the right person for this live.
You're most welcome.
So I made the right choice. Yes.
I'm happy you did. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. So send in the request now, Taz. Uh-huh. Okay. Go live with him. All right. So we just want to hear from a male's perspective, what is their take on this whole traditional slash non-traditional tendency in relationship. I can't see your face.
You mean you can't see my face?
I seen you now. Hi.
Well, go on. What it take?
I'm
What it take?
here.
What it take? What it take? I
Listen,
mean, real talk.
thank you.
I just think.
First, let me just thank you, no, man, because the man them shy, no. So let me just
Oh,
thank you for taking the time out to join, to just give me your perspective as to how you view chores or finances in a relationship.
I mean, like I said, it's supposed to. You can't split chores evenly, even if you try. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
most men work require them to stay out. Whether you don't have like, and most people are doing their own business ventures. I mean, you don't go on a 9 to 5. So half the time you have people who are like, you're going to be home with the kid if you're picking up the child. Even if you have a helper, what happened when you get home? I mean, the helper is an individual too, and they're going to be relieved, right?
Right.
So you're going to go home and do a rest. And what if you can't afford a helper? Because not
Right.
everybody can take care of some, eh? Because some
Right.
can, broke man, she made it clear. So, but
Hello, you're going to leave Sam alone, because she did say if she's making most, then she don't have a problem doing most. So please leave her.
truth be told, Crystal, if we're being honest with each other, not everybody really know each other's finances. And whether we like it or not, in the time we're living in, most people try to put that thing aside in case things don't work out. Not that you're saying
Right.
the relationship is going to fall or you want it to fall, but that's the real truth of it, you understand? And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, times have changed. Women are tired of being at home. I mean, when you do the same thing over and over, you become a master of it, right?
Right.
If you're for example, like keeping a place clean, everybody play a role in doing that. So therefore there won't be much to do when everybody playing a role. Like, the man will come in and left him boot, dash down, this, all of that, you understand? You
Mm-hmm.
catch my drift, so then you're going to be bored. Because you
Right.
figure out how to maneuver the household. Now you're going to start requiring more time of the man. They have nothing to do. And he's at
Right.
work and you start thinking all type of things, right? So, I mean, with the house chores, everybody just have to play their part. Is really what it is. And like I said, every relationship is customized based on what you guys want. When there's no house duties, for example, you have a living helper, what else is there for you to do now? You're going to always, not every day, go and give sex. It's not all about that, right? So you're out, you're working, you're doing your thing, you're coming. Everything is all planning, and life no black and white, so I'll get that. And
And you,
50-50.
as a man, you want to be catered too.
I
too.
mean, isn't that how the relationship started in the first place?
Right.
I
So,
mean, like
but
you
the
saw a
issue
person,
is
you like
not,
them.
Taz, the issue is not the catering too, because that is going to come naturally. The issue is the obligation. Where do you think that a woman is obligated to do the chores?
You see, we were brought up or what we saw, what we heard, because some of us never experienced it. Some people only talk about it, right?
Right.
Where they grew up and you see your mom doing certain stuff. I don't think it was a obligation. I mean, older, like my grandfather would tell you that, listen, grandma cook, and grandma wash. And you never see him doing that, but she don't work. So I'm saying,
So
and
she's a housewife.
but whether you work or not, not having a job does not make you a housewife. A lot of people don't have a job
Well,
and they
meaning
still
that
don't
she
take care of the
doesn't go
household.
out. You know what I mean? Don't be
All
difficult.
right. So what may I say is that, see,
Don't try with me.
I just
So
no,
so
but yeah,
so that was her main duty, to take care of the house, and I understand that.
all right. So what I'm saying now is this, right?
Yes.
She's taking care of the house, fine, right? And I'm saying I don't think it's an obligation, right? But all of that change. We're living in present time. So if I think everybody have a responsibility and you try to execute it, everybody is obligated to do the same. You understand? But it never going to ever be 50-50. Even with raising a child, it never going to be 50-50. No,
That is true.
no two parent going to play
That's
the
true.
give have the same amount of time
That is true.
to offer that, right? So I think everybody to be to what would you
Hmm.
say now? You need to be fair with your
Know
judgment.
what works for them,
No, you need to be fair
and
with your
fair,
judgment based on
fair.
your partner's job
Ah,
and their obligation that they have
ah,
outside of the relationship.
ah.
So therefore you won't have much to do. So if for example, like Kareem, then you're making signs, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're out late at hours, you have deadline to meet, something's going on, busy as of time. You
Mm-hmm.
can't be his wife and be home saying, John, star, I miss your days when you have to be home and you haven't been home for so long. But yet still at the same time, the very same female wanted to provide
Yeah, yeah,
financial stability,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And you never really know, like I said, who makes more. You understand? And if we're being honest with each other, it is known for women never broke. You know what I mean? So,
Lies, lies, lies. But
so
I think your answer is very fair. And basically, maybe I don't know how to express myself, but that's what I really want to say. It's about the fairness of it. And even in my original statement that I made, I am there doing everything, washing in the machine, cooking, fold up, this, that, clean. And I ask you to wash your stuff that don't need to go in the machine, and it's an issue. So it was just the
well,
way, it
that
was
that
just
I'll,
the fairness part of
that
it.
that I'll never side with you unless you cannot wash. You understand?
But
Like,
it's not.
no,
But it's just the example, you know. It's just the fairness of it.
I heard it from that time, but I mean, it's like
So
this is
okay,
like
you still
you.
not
It's
side with me because you not wash.
no, it's not to say I don't wash. I wash, right? But what I'm saying is,
So who wash
it.
for you now?
What do you mean who wash for me?
You wash for yourself?
If I'm there, I wash.
Okay,
You
right.
understand?
So,
Like
but.
for example, then, right?
Mm-hmm,
Um, my experiences with living with an individual, right? If
mm-hmm.
I'm not, if depending on who you're with, because some people all time, right? And the male may not get a chance to do, like for example, Sam says she clean and all of that, right? Well, I know she clean, right? And
So
you
all you
keep a
know our
place up.
business.
Me and some of my friend, we are going for far, so
Okay.
it's a given, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what may I say is that if you keep a place clean, right, and you're washing, what you're going to do, yo, me now wash storm clothes because, right? To you, it may not be anything, because you say, well, me cook, and you're using all justify your action. When really and truly, if you're washing, you're washing. It's like sweeping and not scraping up the dust. What's the point? You leave it halfway and say, well, maybe I don't sweep out upstairs, downstairs. So nothing wrong if when come home, scrape it up, put it in the trash and carry it out the door.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not
When you
there.
say when you come up, but you two on their road.
Sorry?
The
No, but
scenario is that
no.
both of
Oh,
you on the
all
road.
right. So what would you want? Both of you home and you decide to wash. That's not the only thing in the house need to do. And you're talking about chores. So if you the wash, you wash and him deal with something else, whether he's watching the kid or him a cook. No matter how
Right.
you
So
try
it
to play
all boils down
superwoman, it's
to
not gonna
it.
work.
So it boils down to communication and who is better at what, really. You believe in that?
Yeah. Sorry, man, I really comment be a mix up.
So it boils down to communication. So if my man was a girl, not really like wash that, and so she will throw it on the machine. She will iron because I don't like to iron,
All
and
right.
she will cook and she will clean. I'm just saying, I don't see anything wrong with if you wash it. But what she's saying is that it is my duty to wash it.
Yeah, but we have to remember, people like to push out what they have to offer, and people
Mm-hmm.
like to show their qualities. So,
Right.
for example,
Mm-hmm.
you saying that, oh, I'll cook, clean, wash, and whatever, all of that, and a man, that's all him stuck in a female because that probably is what's lacking out of his or her relationship. And like Sam says, so people go outside, right? It's not that the person that go outside and cheat on you with is a better individual than you,
Mm-hmm.
but there are things lacking and people get blinded by that.
So you'd have really left one woman if she had do everything for you, she now wash you go look if you go out a road. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't
Because
get
maybe
it,
never hear you.
don't
And
twist it,
maybe I
don't
got
twist it,
distracted.
don't twist it how you want to twist it. I said what I said, and I mean exactly what I said. That's why I make sure it go through my thought process. What I'm saying to you is that people get blinded at times because will see some individual. You like this guy, you realize he's taking care of his individual from the outside. You don't know what is going on the inside, right? So, for example, Sam is in a lot of pain and she didn't display that. So admiring this man and say, "Oh, I'm a real man," and blah blah blah, and you like
I
this
don't
person now.
do that. And
Not
and
you as
men
an individual,
men
but
should
you have
no,
to, in
men
a
shouldn't
modern
do
time,
it
you have to
too.
accept the fact that this
Cause
is what really is going
and
on.
you have to be rooted and grounded too. You cannot
Yeah,
look at another relationship and say, men do it a lot. Them go to work and then
everybody
see
do it.
them go work and they say, me ratted, wife, give me big food for come so me want my wife, then go pressure their wife. Wife say she do this to me, and wife say she do because that is how your life is set, and that's what happened in your household.
Well,
But don't come
I'm
and
not going
bring
to,
that
I'm not going to,
in your
no,
household.
I'm not going to go into relationship affairs, when you're talking about chores. All I'm saying is that at times, simple things carry a lot of weight, and people have to realize that. You understand? Simple things like that carry a lot of weight. People say, oh, clean house and untidy house can mash up a relationship. What do you mean? If you're not a nasty person, how can you live? You're going to live in a garbage? That can't work.
Right.
Period. You understand? So you stand for what you want. Everybody know what they want out of the relationship. So you say if you know, say you can't be with somebody who is nasty, or let's say you can't live in an untidy place, you can't focus, bad work ethics. You can't try to be organized while the other person does push your things and leave this and that all over
Because
the
then it's
place. So
going
it
to
never
affect
work.
everything. It's going to affect
Exactly,
everything. It
it going to
affects
affect the way
the
you
sex.
perform at work, it affect your
Right.
mood, your energy, everything. You can get up and pray every day, but if you're in the same situation, ain't shit, nothing going to change. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you have to apply
I agree
yourself.
with that part, but me still not agree with you when you say at the woman duty.
No, I never said it was the woman duty. Not
That's
once
what
you heard
you
me say
said.
that.
You're not agreeing with me when I say that.
No, I'm not agreeing with you when you're saying that you're going to wash some clothes and the one that need to be unwashed, you're going to leave it until the gentleman, or if it's a male, tell the female that she needs to do it. If you're
Yes,
washing, you're
yes,
washing.
but
If you don't
remember,
know how to do it, it's a total different thing.
both of us work. Charles, we come home same time. We get the
That's not
same
the
day
case
off.
though. You're not giving an example of saying that, listen, you're home first or you're home this weekend, but you decide as the man, you're not go wash it 'cause woman duty for wash. That's
Well,
not the case.
I did say that I do not believe in the fact that you alone will pull the weight financially. So it would be both ways. So what I'm saying, I'm giving this scenario. Both of us work. Both of us are at home. And so if I don't love to do it, I'm doing the other stuff. And I'm going to wash for myself. I'm going to wash for my daughter, hand wash. And believe your three shirt, what don't need to go in the machine. That is how the argument started.
I
What
know. I
what
heard it clearly and
they're
it
saying
draw
that
my
I'm
attention.
selfish. So you feel I'm selfish too.
So imagine now, put yourself in this situation. 'Cause I don't even think two people can cook one pot. It's either we are compete or you are cook. See? So
Mm-hmm.
two of we can wash one time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you may say, you already have a child, I have a child. Me meet you, I'm gonna deal with you right now. But you
Mm-hmm.
think it in your head, you say you cook for me, you wash your clothes, you wash your daughter clothes. On the flip side, I'm here looking like, okay, so you take care of yourself on your own, and me now must look out for you too. You must just wash me and my son clothes. Like what kind of segregation in a household that don't make no sense.
Ah, Jesus, them a beat me in that comment. No. But what I'm saying is, you do not like to iron and you don't like to clean
All right, let me
and
give
you
you an
don't
example
like to
from.
follow.
Let me give.
So
I
I
give you
am
an
going to
example
do
from my
those.
experience. I give you an example from my experience I had in a past relationship. The
Yeah.
individual don't like to fold clothes, right?
Mm.
So I said, listen, no problem. You wash or fold. So the individual said, all right, perfect. No, what I found happening was that the person would wash the clothes, and then I'm not there, and he just leave it. So now when I come home, not knowing that he did laundry, I have all his clothes to
To
fold
follow.
after
Mm. The
probably
person
a half full
works.
day of work.
The person works.
Yes, but everybody don't have the same schedule, Krista. So we have to be
Oh,
realistic,
okay.
right? So may I say
Okay.
that can't work. That can only play when both parties are there.
Right.
You understand? So
Mm.
that can't work. If you're
That can
washing,
work. So, okay,
no.
you're saying whether or not you don't like to do it, you can do it. So, all right then, fine. You don't like to iron or you don't like to clean or whatever. So, you don't like to do nothing at all. So, okay, I am going to be washing the clothes. I'll wash it with my hand or whatever. But do one of those things then that you don't like to do. So, okay, take on the ironing then.
That's what I'm saying. It all, listen, you see, like I said, each relationship of a tailor down based on both parties' availability and both parties yeah, availability based on the job and stuff.
So,
So
what is the difference, Taz? I just can't see the difference between me saying to him, iron versus wash. I don't see the difference. He doesn't like to iron, he doesn't like to wash.
right,
I
but
don't
what I'm
like to do
saying,
them, but
okay,
I still do it.
if both like for example, when I was growing up, Saturday a cleaning day. So if one got a road, got no party, got anything, any link up library or tell like so we have a library and I talk to girl. My mother house have to sweep, wipe out and your bathroom have to clean. And
Before you do road.
yeah, and your clothes have to wash them. And if you like rain the fall, you have to left downtown and go back and take you up. 'Cause if rain wet you up, you have to wash it again. So what
Mm.
may I say is that now that we are adults and everybody work different way, and if you know, have it say both on go be home on a Saturday, you have to just know say if I cleaning, I don't know about nobody, but me as a guy, if me I clean or anything at all, I just do it all and done. You see? So when you have a person stay like that though, if both on have the time, then yeah, you can split it up like that. But most of us work when you think about it, it don't coincide like that. The timing don't coincide. That's why you find that okay, if that even rush and pick up the child and drop off the child again and gone back to work again time and teeth or whatever I want, we say I have to be realistic. Most
So
people
so it
relationship
boiled
not
down
like
to
that.
the household again.
It always boil down to the household. Always boil
Okay.
down to the house and out the road.
Okay. Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
if the female is out more and you are in more because you do an online job, you are expected to do more than the female because you're there.
Say that again?
What if it's a case where the female is you work part-time, you are home, and the female is out on the road most times, aren't you expected to pull most of the weight then?
Hold on. How
Or
about
is
two
it that
people
you would
off
or is it that you would
and
have
one
never been
machine?
in a position like that?
All right, well, Krista. The person asks how about two people off and one watch the next do all the work. Um, I mean, listen, everybody choose what they want to settle for. Everybody choose what type what type of abuse they want to take. You understand? So if you can live with having a partner and they sit down and watching doing all of that, then that is fine. You know, it's not that you're making that the person don't help you determine the lifespan of a relationship, but you have to know what matter to you more. So I would, I can't deal with that personally. So
Me,
yeah,
me,
you
me, me
understand?
stubborn, so me not sit down, me not make you one sit down, like cock up foot and then do what you do and me they do everything. No, it can't work. It cannot. And both of
Yeah,
us working. What
and
do
then let me tell you something, Crystal. Like when you say it that way, let
you mean?
me adjust it a little bit. Like you can't watch work. You just have to do what you're doing. If it is a continuous thing where the other party is not contributing, then it's totally different. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
personally now
because
go
that
watch
is
work.
me naturally going to get tired because remember, especially for business owners, we don't do a 9 to 5, we do a 24/7. So even though we may not be doing the physical work, we brain always working. So for me, don't make me come feel like me less than a woman because certain things, I me do half and me left half and you sit down there not doing anything. That is just that is where it stems from. Where I'm thinking, Why do men pressure women as to say it is their responsibility? I am not pressuring you to say it's your responsibility to manage the house financially, because we're doing it and it's a halfway thing.
All right.
So
You
that
see, you
was
see,
just
you
my
see, you
view.
see, I mean, at the end of the day, you were brought up, people wonder why some males don't show certain emotion. And boys and men are competitive naturally without even
Right.
wanting to. See?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything becomes a competition after a while, and most things are egotistic, you know.
Right.
Some males won't admit to it, but it is factual. See? So,
Mm-hmm.
you grow up seeing that, and women
Right.
decide, so listen, we can do it as well as you guys. No, I think a lot of the problem is that when you're in relationship, people don't know how to separate that competition, that drive, because women have a eager to prove something. Even when you
Right.
watch the track and field, it's the same thing. They were always undermined, though they were doing well. You
Right.
understand? So I'm
Right.
always eager to prove a thing, and you say, "Cho, him can sit down and do this, so me I go sit down and do that." You have to know where you draw the line when you come to your personal life as to when you're outside. You understand?
Right. Right.
So
Somebody's asking you a question.
what was that? What's the question?
You're saying it's a woman's job. Well, I don't think he blatantly said that. I guess it was
If
just
I'm
for the
saying it's a
way.
woman job to do it, I mean, no, I'm not saying it's anybody's job.
But what
But
she's
I'm
saying
just
is that
saying,
you met. She would meet somebody living alone. He was already taking care of a child alone, and he's doing all of these stuff by himself. So why is it her job to do
all
this
right,
stuff for him?
okay. My answer to that is my question and answer to that is
I see somebody just text say, I will tell him to wash dishes, but not his shirt. Listen, I
no,
am
that's what
not
I'm saying.
me, everybody
Everybody
different,
have
right?
no.
So
Everybody
I'm
have
not
what they
Taz.
would do.
So Taz, yeah, but and that's fine, but don't make me look like say me weird. That's the issue, you know. So you will tell him to wash the dishes, and you're not gonna tell him to wash his shirt. Fine, but don't make it look like because me tell him to wash his shirt, I'm a bad
To
person.
me, the reason why I look weird is because you're washing some clothes. You're washing your clothes. Why would you wash your clothes and not wash mine?
Because I'm doing the other stuff too. You guys are not taking into consideration
No, you don't get
all
me.
the
Do not
is
wash.
you're
Don't.
not looking
Okay, don't
into it.
wash your clothes. Don't wash your clothes. Then I'll make the man wash the clothes.
Whee!
Can't
You
meet
know what?
halfway.
Okay. We are all entitled to our own opinions.
That is
So
true. Me not knock it. Me just I
nobody
say,
here agrees with me. Fine, that's fine.
cha, it's like. All right. Put it this way. I'll tell you on the flip side, right? When I'm and don't quote me based on what I'm going to say, saying that you know, it is a woman duty to wash and clean and them something. But
Mhm.
you know that like you hear people say, okay, a man to take care of me, and um, him to do this and him to do that. No,
Mhm.
say he does everything financially, and you're not an
Mhm.
individual that even if you work and you say you want to contribute, okay, like some say he took care of the mortgage and he took care of the car payment if there is one. See, you have light and water to pay. See, it is not equal, but you say, boy, I'm a man. Will that make you be submissive to him? Mean that you're going to wash the clothes, you're going to cook for him regardless, and he's not doing it at all. You have some people, they don't have the mental space to deal with, like, say, a child, for example, at a baby stage. They can
Right.
deal with the child when the child is more independent, right? And
Mhm.
you, as the female, going to feel very pressured in that case. That is also
Right.
a chore. So now you have to say, but I told you, Pitney, and if me
Right.
alone make him, right? And
Right.
but you have to understand your partner as well and know so them can manage your pressure. So
That
you
is
have to
I
know,
agree
you have
with
to
that
boss
part.
up and decide, say,
Mm.
I go take over, yeah, but not everybody can deal with it, right? Some people
Yeah.
look at it and say, I can't compare work. It will never
Right.
be equal. You
Right.
understand? So I'm not saying, and then a lot of people get rewarded. You see some man
Right.
do some stuff and you say, boy, yes, I say you have to treat me like when you treat me like that, right? Yeah, but
Mhm.
that is his way of rewarding you. It might not, some men might not be like, oh, I love you. I miss you, I really appreciate what you've been doing. Their way is just probably buying you a gift or just showing you a good time. It is a form of appreciation, same way. But some people think it's an obligation for a man to just do that.
Okay.
So you say earlier a guy may go steal and sell drugs or whatever it want to be. Not necessarily that. It's just that people just need to be appreciative of any time that anybody take out to give you. You understand? And if you learn, if you appreciate the simple things, people will go above and beyond to make you feel extra special. That's really what it boils down to. You can't expect to get more when you want to do less. And you can't sit down and say, I'm going to match what he does. If him hug me, then me hug him. How about being the instigator and set the pace? Yeah, I mean, so
I agree
sometimes
with you.
you treat people how to you teach people how to treat you. It's pretty
Yeah.
much what I say. So if you decide to settle for certain things, are going to happen. It don't mean say you can't help a person grow, because not
Yeah.
everybody know to show affection.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you as it relates to that part too. I think we're on the same page as it relates to that, because sometimes, we tend to, as you said, watch the other person. And
To
how about
determine your
looking in the
action.
mirror? How about looking in the mirror at yourself too? You know. So I agree with you. They're saying that you are true youth. Big up your nice, clean self. Ray, me
No,
like him. So I agree with you in most part of it, Taz. But I'm still going to stand my ground to say, if it's a case where I don't like certain things, you don't like to do anything at all, but I am doing the bulk of it, you you must can do that. You understand? I
yeah, I
don't believe
mean,
it's
it
my
boil
duty.
down, it boil down to compromising, and it's
Yeah.
not your duty. Everybody know what area they're good in, right?
Right, right,
Um,
right.
like some females is a natural cook, and
Right.
not everybody, not every. I'm not giving up my 90% because of one issue. Exactly. So if your big pet peeve is, listen, all right, this person, for example, I wouldn't be mad at you. I would address the issue. If you tell me, say, yo, wash my shirt and thing, I go say, yo, this don't make no sense, and it's going to be a debate. But some people, based on responses, it's going to be turn into a big argument when it's something really simple. No, all right, set
Yeah, that's
aside.
something simple, Taz, because then you could say, I'm going to in turn say to you, say, so Taz, remember, I know you're not like, the knock that's all in our house. So I'm going to say to you, you don't necessarily like chores because you work and, feel say, yeah, you will do it, but you don't like it. And if I'm going to say to you, okay, maybe we do the iron, the folding up or whatever, I'm going to wash my daughter stuff and whatever, but wash out them trees someday. You would have seen it. You see me being as selfish. Okay, fine. So what if I wash them and I ask you to fold up and iron? You don't see that as selfish.
No, remember, no, you take it halfway, so I mean, if you compromise and say, you're on at least you can do this. But when
Yes,
you,
but that is what I'm asking you. Isn't it the same thing? Is I am going to
no,
still do all of that and I'm just
no,
leaving those.
washing it and folding it up, some people see it as one. I may see it as one because I personally don't like my clothes crush. So if we use machine and wash my clothes and I dry it, once it come out, I dry it, I fold it. I just me that. See?
Right.
But it's like, put it this way, some relationship you have to play a mind game, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Meaning say you for example, you and I are together and
mm-hmm.
I say, yo, Crystal, how come your clothes no wash like Ray, yeah, give you an excuse and it happen more than one time. Me very annoyed by it, I'm vexed, right? Me
So,
know
but first of all, why they go ask me how comes in a wash? No fear.
no, but you can't live in our
So both of us work, and both of us come in. Why you can ask me how comes your clothes?
yeah, but where do you live in our house and have like two different baskets? You have two different baskets because
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
you're
nothing
right.
wrong with that. Guys, am I the only one that have two different baskets?
Yeah, one
Like,
basket can't hold everybody clothes, but me say you go wash two different. Crystal, we not separate clothes to wash. You just wash clothes, my friend. What you talk about? We not go down the road there with you.
all right. Okay, so me lose then. All right. I can take it. But as I said, the issue was, I want women to stop thinking, or you know what, let me not tell them to stop thinking, because to each his own. I was gonna say stop having that pressure to say a your responsibility. So you're not gonna make your man wash them.
Yo,
And that's where the issue is.
don't
But
mash up
I
the
cannot
people
tell
them.
them
Don't
that.
mash up the people in relationship,
That is
brethren.
true. I am
You see,
yeah,
things,
because to
simple
each
things
his
like
own.
these cause problem.
That is
If a
true.
person see it that way, low it
Yeah,
kind of work for them mind the work in a for them
that is
relationship,
true.
and people
I,
go
I,
talk
I agree
about
with
what
you.
work for them. So
That
you
is
have to
true.
load them. So you work with what work for you. Yeah, and
That is true.
some said fear standard of what she look for. So guess what? a man hear Sam just talking. Says, yeah, if Sam name engage or to be married or anything going on, a man already know what Sam I look for. So guess what? If him now go up for meet up to that, it kind of help filter out things in there, straighten out. Have a different way I look for. Pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so me
each
now
his
go.
own. So each his
Yeah,
own.
to
Yeah.
each his own. Whether it's right or wrong, no, we don't live with life off a rule book,
Yeah.
and that's why I feel era so rebellious.
I agree with you. Yeah, that is why, I wanted this kind of discussion to hear different perspective. So she's saying she definitely agree with my friend in the video about, she washing everything. I'm saying, listen, me not agree no, cause I thought me not love though, but me still do the other stuff them, and I think it's the same thing. You're saying, nah, you not agree same way, but guess what? To each his own. Does that make me a bad person? No, everybody have their own opinion.
Yeah, it depends on the money there, yeah. Because what most people have helpers now,
Right.
but you have to also remember, even though if you're able to afford certain things, you have to remember if people look up to your reflection, right? So
Right.
you
Right.
can't make it seem like it's about that. You
Right.
understand? So if you have the mentality says a woman duty and if me I pay for everything, me not go do this, then you have to know if you're okay with being that person and you're okay with living with that. Don't stay in a situation where you're not comfortable with. It's pretty much
That
what it
is
is.
true.
You can work on it. Some say she won't give up 90% to 10. That is true, but you have to make sure all right. You can be in a relationship. I'm sure you have been, and you say you give 100% though. In a
Yeah.
relationship, you felt like you did it, but you don't determine how much percentage you give. You can say you're giving your all, but to that person, well, they don't put that much value on that. So you have to know
Yeah,
what
because it
area the
depends on the
person wants
person
it in.
love language too, and
Uh,
what they seem as value, and then probably when you come out of the relation, because I've done that too. I've looked into myself and I say, say that thing when they talk for true, so I could have went do that. So I've done a lot of self reflection too. I'm not perfect, and but in it at the time we think say, yeah man, we do this and we do that and whatever. But as Sam said, are you going to give up that 90 for the 10? So for example, me now, I work, I'm loyal to you, I'm by your side, I support you in anything. I'm there for you. Everything all right, everything plug in. And me tell us I don't like wash. You are going to give up me for somebody else out of the road who like wash?
no, man. I don't think when people say, yeah, there are some simple things that guys would want or the other partner would want. It's stuff like that. You just go get up and say, oh, you're going to leave the person. I
Right.
mean, you understand there are other things too, and there are other underlying issues, like Sam said, right? People don't talk. You understand?
Right.
So,
Right.
you
Right.
have yeah, a lot of time, right? Female is brought up, and where they were brought up, they were brought up to just receive bare love, you know. A man if you
Right.
treat her like a queen and the man is the king, but
Mm-hmm.
in oftentimes you don't see the king get treated like a king. You just get praised whenever I do certain things and you feel like, yeah, him got my back, yeah, make me feel secure a while ago. I see a madman I come down the road and me just squeeze him and tight and it just make me feel secure and safe, you see me? But it don't work, so that alone. Compassionate ways men want to feel it too, but not every man are gonna say, oh, some love you and if you look at all that's going on in our era, a whole heap when you see a man stand up with a girl and stand up for him girl in public outside and everything there. Speak boldly and but I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are probably going down and me and they propose to people in a public they do it privately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you have to just know who you're with, man, and don't put the person on the spot and just adhere to the feelings and emotions as well. Ask question, how are you doing? Instead of say, yo, I'm not here for you all day, how come you not call me? Say, I get insecure and just call and say, yo, you do you all right, you have a good day.
Yeah.
Just leave you at that. Suppose them
Yeah.
have a bad day and them cover it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree as it relates to that as well. And as you said, most men don't normally express
And
themselves.
and and, and the less female, like the less females speak like demanding and a man for this and a man for that. Sometimes men will need help and they won't ask for it because they feel less
Mm.
of an individual asking you for help. So men can just normalize asking the other partner for help. Sometimes you can render it. You're around the person, you hear them talking. Sometimes they drop in hints. You have to be aware and listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
can just check and ask, you need help with this, or I have this, or whatever, They have 10 grand when no woman stay early, just say I have six.
Mm-hmm.
We can get two out of six, you know what I mean? If I even that.
Yeah, you're why you say you know woman stay already. You say, uno kuan,
Come
you're
on,
good.
you have to be real. It makes sense to talk and cover up nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, here Tia said most things she feels better doing because she feels better doing it because she do it better. And that's fine because that's what works for you. For example, with me. So let's say we don't like when you iron because no seam. And I like to seam in a shirt. So I will take on the ironing because I don't like to the seam in the shirt. And when you do it, I'll five seam. So I'll do that. That works for me. So if I don't like to wash with my hand, I don't think that it must left me because of that. I have so many other things that comes with me. I do so many other stuff. So, it depends on what you, for me, it still boils down to what you allow in your relationship, who does it better, and when you communicate and you see what works for you. So I don't have this traditional mindset of it's my duty. Sorry. If I me wash the car better, me go out and wash it better.
For me,
Naturally, you know that.
long and short, if your relationship should work,
Mm-hmm.
it only gonna work if both parties want it. And you have to just decide to, you're not gonna always can meet each other halfway. Because
Right.
everybody, when you say that, I find oftentimes people sit down and they try to measure what you do. You understand?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can't do that. So you just have to sit down, come up with a plan how we can eliminate this boy, we can afford to help us. So here how we have to break it down. Or we'll go minimize
Right.
these things. If you
Right.
expense and you want to do certain things, I
Yeah.
mean, either on a find way to make extra money, don't get frustrated about it. And just sometimes you have to just dial back and remember what started the relationship and when you like initially about each other. And just dial it back.
Ah. Ah.
So you have to
You see
just
what
go.
you just said on that note? I'm going to end on that note. Only if you have any other thing to say. You hear what he said, guys?
No, I can't end it,
Sometimes.
man. I have work.
Okay. And me thank you for taking the time on. I'm surprised you even joined. But guys, you hear what he said? He said you have to remember sometimes why you came together in the first place. I always remember the start because it gets rocky in a relationship, but you go back to the start. And once you have respect for each other, you're not going to look at it as to say, oh, me go vex with her if she don't do all of these things for me and it is her duty and all of those things. You meet her, she never used to do it for you before you met, you know, and vice versa too. Some women they put strain on the man financially to say, okay, you get me good, so you have to make sure some bills pay and whatever. When they pay before, girl. Hmm? So we put strain and it's about, for me personally, as I said, it's not about a responsibility kind of thing. It's about respecting each other and communication to see how you guys can meet each other. So each household is different and they can know what they can manage and what works for them. All right. So thank you very much, Taz. Thank you. I appreciate you. Because most men they don't talk about these things.
Bash
So
with a
I really
Karim say me have to join and try a thing, so we'll give advice.
I will carry they run gone we see if he's still there. Not over there. But he did hear it's for the most part of it. And his household may be something different. But everybody household is different. So for me it's not a wrong or right way. All right. So thank you so much. And looking forward for you to join again on another topic. All right. Later, somebody said must big up your special because you're a real man.
Oh,
Big up Taz a long time Taz a real man still in I don't know.
leave me out of the mix up, eh? Bye.
Later, you can
Alright.
end. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are just joining in, we're talking about um traditional versus non-traditional tendencies in relationship. My take on it is that both of us work as a partnership. I don't see where it's your responsibility to do XYZ. It's my responsibility. It's about what works for your home and what you are good at in the home. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Big up on yourself.